Hello, this is Jean, and today I am doing a video on cleanses and detoxification. Specifically, this video is about using cleansing and detoxification techniques for emotional and spiritual healing. You can also use these methods when you're not feeling well and you're trying to support yourself to get better. You can also use these techniques to support yourself when you are going through body work like massage or acupuncture, or you're working with a healer and you want to support the work you're doing with that person. You can also use this information to prepare when you are going into sacred ceremony. So I want to share with you different methods that support your emotional, physical, and spiritual bodies so that when you are doing emotional, physical, and spiritual healing, you can support yourself. The different methods that I want to share with you will be cleansing through food, and then cleansing and detoxifying through movement and body work, and then cleansing and detoxifying using water and sacred ritual. And quickly, before I begin, when I'm giving any food recommendations, these are not diet recommendations. These are spiritual healing and living recommendations. And so take this information and listen to your own spiritual and intuitive guidance and see if these are methods that you should be using. Also, whenever you change your eating or movement habits, it's always good to check in with your doctor to see if these kinds of changes are right for you. Cleansing with food. Food has a vibration. Like all matter, it has its own frequency. So the pear has its own frequency, the asparagus has its own frequency, that steak has its own frequency. And those vibrations of the food either support or doesn't support the kind of emotional, physical, and spiritual well-being that you want to nurture within yourself. When you are going through emotional, physical, and spiritual healing, you want food that is more supportive of your efforts to heal yourself. Through spiritual revelation, I discovered that certain foods vibrate higher than others. And so these recommendations are for when you need to support yourself because you are going through an emotional time, you are doing spiritual healing and work, and you want to support those efforts. I recommend these cleanses. In order to do that, cleanse your body from meat and dairy. The meat of today, and including the dairy, vibrate lower than other foods because most of the meat that is raised have suffered. The cows, chickens, and fish all have suffered. And so their vibration is lower than that pear, than that asparagus. Now, I'm not telling you to go vegetarian. What I'm saying is, during those times that you are experiencing high emotions, when you are going through spiritual work, it's best to refrain from eating meat and dairy. That's what I'm saying. Now, if not eating meat is a challenge for you, then you can instead choose meat that has suffered less. You can choose to eat less meat, like 1 meal or 2 meals out of your day does not have meat or dairy. And so that way you are still supporting your emotional, physical, and spiritual well being by consuming less foods that vibrate lower. Now, I have a personal experience that I'd like to share with you, and it is the story of how I became vegetarian. So, I've been in the health and wellness industry for over 15 years, and for many of those years, I would say about probably 7 or 8 years, I was paleo. I wrote a paleo cookbook. I gave paleo recipes online. I ate a lot of meat. And I think meat is healthy for humans. I don't think it's unhealthy. So, again, these recommendations are not diet recommendations. I'm not trying to say you're going to be healthier if you become vegetarian. That's not, and I'm not telling you to become vegetarian either. But what I'm saying is that through my personal experience, which came through spiritual revelation, I learned that the meat of today has suffered so much that it was contributing to my suffering. That's it. I mean, that's the truth. So, the story of how I became vegetarian. I would say it's been 2 years now. So, I've been 2 years vegetarian. So, 2 years ago, I was watching a YouTube video with whales, and I was listening to the whales singing. And then something happened to me. I was listening to the whales singing, and then I was overcome. I started to cry, like just cry and cry and cry, and I didn't know why. And I just kept repeating this mantra of I can't do it anymore. I can't do it anymore. And I didn't know what that meant. I was like, I can't do it anymore. And it happened for, I don't know, it felt like a long time, but it was probably just like 5 or 10 minutes. And I'm crying, can't do it anymore. The video's over. And then I took a big breath, and then I realized I could no longer eat meat. And from that day on, I never have. And I have absolutely zero desire to eat meat. And I have no problems with other people eating meat. It's because it's my choice, and I understand that everyone has their own choice. But for me, I realized that in order to support my spiritual well-being, my mental and emotional well-being, I could no longer eat meat because I wanted to vibrate higher. I wanted to change my life and my way of being, and I wanted to support that. And that's how it happened. So, again, I'm not telling you to become vegetarian. I'm telling you that during the times when your emotions are running high, when you're doing that spiritual work, when you're getting that massage and acupuncture work, when you want to support your well-being, just eat less meat and less dairy. All right, so the next one, when your emotions are running high and you want to support your well-being, is to cleanse yourself from sugar. And what do I mean by sugar? Because there's all types of sugar. I mean processed sugar and processed foods. So you can still eat fruit sugar, like from a pear, an apple, a banana, but don't eat cakes and donuts and gummy bears or any of those processed sugars if you want to support your emotional, physical, and spiritual well-being. So cleanse your body from meat, dairy, and processed sugars and processed foods when you want to support your emotional and spiritual healing and well-being. Also refrain from eating animal products and processed foods, when you are getting massages and acupuncture, because it will just help your healing process. And then also I said that these recommendations will also help you when you're going into sacred ceremony. So when you're going into sacred ceremony, you're gonna go into sacred ceremony because you're about to ingest plant medicine. And so the shaman or facilitator that is running your ceremony will likely tell you for a few days before, up to a week, to refrain from eating animal products and processed sugar, along with other recommendations such as not eating spicy foods, not taking certain supplements and over-the-counter medication. And that is so that it will create a safer and more pleasant ceremony experience for yourself. Next, cleansing and detoxification techniques through body work and body movement. So when you are going through an emotional time, when you are doing spiritual healing, it is best to approach that process in a holistic way. That means any work that you do, right, you can support it through mind, body, spirit action. And what does that mean? That means anything that you are ingesting, body, right, is supporting your spiritual work. Anything that you're thinking is supporting your body and spiritual work. And any spiritual work that you are doing is supporting your physical body and your mental body. Does that make sense? Okay, so now I'm going to show you or talk about, maybe I'll do a little showing on how to support the physical body in order to support the emotional and spiritual body. So a physical body detoxification technique would be lymphatic flushing. Right? Your lymphatic system is part of your circulatory system and it supports your immune system. And lymphatic flushing, right, through brushing or massage will help move the lymph fluids through your system, which helps to eliminate waste and cellular debris and bacteria and all that stuff. So as you're moving all those stuff out of your physical body, it is supporting your emotional body and spiritual body. So how do you do a lymphatic flush? So you can get a skin brush and at any body store, right? And you want to make sure that you're always brushing towards the heart because the lymphatic system empties out at the heart. So you want to brush, yeah, you can get your brush. I should show you my brush. Hold on, I'm back. Okay, so I went and got my brush. So with this brush, right, natural bristled brush, you would brush just gently up the arm, up towards the heart. Same thing, legs brush up, and it's very gentle brushing, just like on top. You're not trying to scrub anything, and you are not scrubbing at all. One direction, up towards the heart. So your legs up towards the heart. And this will help your lymphatic system to help get the lymph, the clear fluid that runs through your system, up and moving towards your heart. And again, this will support your emotional and spiritual healing. Now, how else? The other technique is lymphatic flush facial massage. And I do this very often to just support my physical well-being. And I have a full tutorial on it, but I'm gonna, on my old website, inspireyouthworld.com. But I'm just going to show you real quick how to do it so that you get an idea. So just using your fingers with very gentle light touching, you're gonna tap on top of your forehead, right above your eyebrows. Okay. Then underneath your eyes and cheeks, just very gentle touching. Then using your ring finger, you're gonna gently slide your finger across your forehead and eyebrow. And what you're doing is getting that lymph fluid moving. And this will help to reduce swelling in your face, reduce sinus issues. Okay, and now here, okay, gently scooch the skin out to the side without pulling, You're just helping the fluid move along. Good. Then take your peace sign fingers, and one in front of the ear, one behind, two ways, and just slide down. This is feather light touching, Good. You can actually feel the fluids running down your throat when you do this. Then right here at the chin, right? And then side of the throat, side next shoulders, yeah, good. And then the collarbone out like that. And that's it. And I do that like 3 times around, and you can really feel the lymph fluids draining through your system. So that is a physical detoxification technique that you can do to support your emotional, physical, and spiritual well-being. Now, I want to give you a spiritual brushing detoxification technique. And let me get my brush. And I'm back. So after an emotional day, or before I meditate or I go into sacred ceremony or sacred ritual, I do a crystal brushing with my selenite crystal wand. And just like, instead of brushing up like you did with your skin brush, you're actually brushing out. And you can touch your skin, but I don't need to. It's really, you're brushing your spiritual body, your aura. I take my hair especially, and I just brush it. And again, when you are doing emotional and spiritual healing and work, you take up a lot of unwanted energies. Or like when you are finished with work and you've had a tough day, you want to leave those energies behind, right? So you would take your wand and you brush yourself. And trust me, it works. I brush my heart, brush your eyes, your crown, your throat, your other chakras, or chakras, however you want to say them. Both are just fine. And what else? Yes, I love this tool. Get one. Another spiritual cleanse that you can do is to burn sage or Palo Santo, right? And you kind of saw me do it earlier. You can sage your head and body and hair and chakras and hands, all to cleanse your body of any unwanted energies. And this cleansing of your energetic system will support your physical and emotional bodies. So make sure you do it. Before I forget, I wanted to share with you also some body movement cleansing techniques. And so let's do that. So your energetic body and physical body and spiritual body, they're all tied. So when you move, not only are you getting your body fluids moving, your circulatory system, you're improving your blood flow, and that's what I mean. You're also improving your energetic flow, right? And so movement as a cleansing technique is very effective. And what kinds of movements help with physical flow and energetic flow? Well, movements that incorporate your mind, body, and spirit. Movements such as yoga, Pilates, and dance. You want to move in many directions, right? And you want to move your joints, especially in all kinds of directions and circular directions, especially because your chakras, lots of them are in your joints, right? You have your seven main chakras in the center of your body, but through every joint, you have other chakras. So you want to move in circular motions throughout all your joints, through many planes of motion, so that you improve your energetic flow. And you can cleanse your body by doing the movement. And you can cleanse your energy that way. And you can also improve your physical body blood flow. So, all of that good stuff. Make sure you are moving your body to cleanse yourself of any emotional, physical, and spiritual stagnant energy. Using water for cleansing and detoxification. So, first, for physical cleansing, yes, drink lots of water. That will help flush out your system, especially when you are going through an emotional time, when you are doing emotional and physical healing, when you're getting massage work or any other body work. You want to drink a lot of water because that helps to flush out your system. You can add lemon to your water. You can add certain oils to your water to help with its cleansing effects. You can also do detox baths. So you can do that by adding Epsom salt or baking soda or honey into your bath water, and this will help detoxify your physical body by you sweating out the toxins. It also is very relaxing and relieves tension within the body. So, as you're improving the wellness of your body, you are also supporting your emotional and spiritual body. You can also use water through sacred ritual. Now, water has been used for thousands of years for purification and transformation. Everyone who's ever been to a baptism knows how water is used, right? So you can do this for yourself by creating a sacred ritual bath. So as you're drawing your bath, you would make it a sacred ritual by bringing your spirituality into your intention, right? So as you're drawing your bath, you would create an intention by bringing your spirituality, by bringing in your faith into this bath. And for example, you could say, this bath is to help me cleanse and clear this emotional and spiritual work that I'm doing. You would draw the bath. You can add oils and flowers and crystals, whatever it is that will help to support your spirituality and sacred ritual for intending this clearing and cleansing through water. You would then get into the bath, and you can sit there forever long. You can dip yourself, you can dunk your head, you can lay in the water, and as you're there you can meditate and pray for the clearing and cleansing or purification and transformation of whatever it is that you're working on. And then after you're done, you would say your gratitudes to close out your sacred ritual. So just to recap on the cleansing through water and detoxification through water is that one, you can use water to just cleanse yourself. Drink a lot of water to help cleanse your system and flush out whatever it is that maybe needs to be flushed out. You don't need to know what it is, but you feel something's wrong, flush it out with water. You can add some lemon to your water, you can add oils to your water, and just let that flush out your system. Again, it's really good to do it, especially if you're getting a lot of body work done or a lot of spiritual and healing work. Next is to use baths, like an Epsom salt bath. There are many detoxification mixtures. It has herbs and supplements, etc., that you would just put into the bath, and that will help as a physical detoxification. And then as a spiritual purification and cleansing technique would be to use water in sacred ritual through the bath, like I explained. So I hope you enjoyed all this information. I hope it was of value to you. It was a lot of fun for me to share it with you. Thanks for joining me, and please subscribe watch my other videos and direct message me for any other videos you'd like me to make, any other information that you would like me to share with you. And yeah, I'll talk to you next time. Bye.